In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to pack up the Cruiser Slide completely. The number one rule, the very first thing you do is close and zip up all your windows and do up the internal window flaps. That way the canvas will protect the fly screen when everything's packed up and you won't get poles rubbing against it. Before I remove any poles on the inside of the camper, I'm going to unbutton, unzip and unvelcro everything I put together when I set up. First, around the door, undo our press studs. Just underneath this flap here, undo the zip. Why I do this is it makes sure that none of the zippers or the canvas comes under stress when we're closing up and sliding in the back. Also, undoing this panel will also help air escape when I close the camper up and try and tuck all the canvas in. Don't forget our zips underneath here. Release the Velcro in around the corner here. Now that side's complete, I can unzip and unvelcro the other side. Now I can take down all my spreader poles and support poles and lower the bow poles. Then take my cushions off the benches on either side, put them on the floor, unlatch the slide mechanism, and I can put that away. An important thing to remember when you're packing up your Cruiser Slide is to tuck away this draft skirt. What can happen if you don't get it out of the way, it can actually get caught between the seal and the frame around the camper. If that happens, it can wick water in or allow dust into the camper, and we certainly don't want that. So simply just tuck it over in underneath the mattress, tuck it back as far as you can so it can't get itself under the seal. Now I can release the locking pin for the slide mechanism, bring that in and pack up the rear of the camper. The important part of releasing this pin here is to make sure it stays in a retracted position after you've pulled it back. So we pull the pin down, turn it 90 degrees, and this little pin on the other side will stay inside its little captive hook there, so that pin will stay down. You don't want that to pop back up while you're sliding the back closed, because you will end up breaking something or fouling the slide. Now our slide section is ready to come forward. Always a good idea to control it. An important thing to remember when you're closing up the slide, or in general anything to do with packing up or opening a camper, is if you feel resistance that doesn't seem normal, stop and find out why. So you don't want to tear canvas, bend things because you're forcing stuff open or closed. So now I'll close up the back, just making sure that there's no canvas to get caught in any crevices or slides. Push it in, and now I can lock the T-locks on the back. And that's done. The next step is pack up the stairs. Now, it's critically important to remember when you're packing up the stairs to retract the adjuster bar. When we opened it up, we did that to get the stairs nice and level. Super important to put it back in its original position. Why we do that is it makes sure that the internal poles don't connect with that when we close it up. And when we put these pins back in, always put them in from the outside of the step. Lock them over and always make sure the pins are pushed all the way in. Then we can close our steps up, lock off the door, and we're ready to go. And just give the steps one last check, make sure they're folded in hard up against the door body. Now to close up the camper, we need to back off our winch at the front. With this camper and the gas struts, I don't need the front winch to lower it down. As it comes over, it will be fairly light to control. But in order to make sure I've got a good angle on the rear winch, I use a spreader pole. So I can pop a spreader pole underneath there. My winch angle is much better and I'm not overexerting any of the hardware. I've taken the weight of the camper lid with the rear winch, which means now I can remove my spreader pole and continue with winching. I've got the lid almost at top dead center, so now's my opportunity to go around and tuck all the canvas in. Because the lid's so light, I'm actually going to by hand bring it over, so I'll control how it comes down so the air won't pop all my canvas back out again. So get it all tucked in. While the camp is in this position, I've taken advantage of it to be able to reach the rolled up door. Now, if you leave this rolled up with the fly screen and it gets bent while it's in a rolled form, it can actually damage the fly screen. So unroll it, tuck it all into the camper, and it's a lot safer. So I'm bringing the camper a bit closer to top dead center. So it'll take minimal effort now to push the lid over and control it as it comes down. As I bring it down, I can keep tucking in my canvas. Now I've checked all my canvases tucked in, and something in particular, I've made sure that the main bow pole with the tropical roof pole has laid down nice and flat, so it's not sticking up, it's not going to stop the lid from coming down. And I can now use the rear winch to bring down the lid incrementally so I can tuck canvas in before closing it right up. One last tuck. And while you're at it, make sure all your latches are out of the way and you're not pulling the tongue of the latch down on top of it. I find an easy way to get these latches over is I rest my arm on top of the camper and just give it a little shove down. Now it's locked on. Another thing I do is I never latch with just one over center latch at a time. What I'll do is I'll get both latches over and use both of them to lock down the lid. So using both latches, pull down at the same time, and you're spreading the load over both, so you're not overstressing any of the pop rivets or any of the hardware. Don't forget to do the other side, and again, push down with both latches at the same time, then return your little linch pins into place, and that'll keep it all locked up for your trip home. Now I can put my spare wheels back up into place, put the latch over and lock it in, and return my pad bolts into the lock position. Do that on both sides. Don't forget to pack up your stabiliser legs, otherwise it's going to be the quickest trip nowhere you've ever had. Make sure the blue handle locks back into place, and that'll hold it up out of the way. To make life easy when you're closing the boat rack on your own, what you can do is remove one of the pins, take that out of there, and that's released. That way one person can release the catch on the other side and push the boat rack over. When closing, take the weight off the boat rack, push the locking arm in, and you can push it over. Once your rack's over, lock it down with the over center latches, and don't forget to return your linch pins back into their positions. That'll lock it, stop it from accidentally opening. When we're packing up our camper, getting ready to travel, we need to work out whether or not we want power to the fridge box. If you require your refrigerator to run while you're towing the camper, you'll need to leave the main isolator on and the refrigerator power switch on. If you're not using that, you can simply switch everything off, turn off the mains power, close the cabinet, and you're traveling. So that's our cruiser slide all packed up. Go around and give it one last check, make sure all the over center latches are down, and check every inch of seal to make sure there's no canvas popping through. Then you're ready to hitch up and head home.